shall we have a little look at what mystery figure we have got? Hi guys, and welcome back to the Cassie Project. So this week we are going to be customising another one of Moriah Elizabeth's mystery figurines, and
I'm so excited.
this time I want to take Moriah on in a head-to-head battle. Moriah Elizabeth versus the Cassie Projects. I will be transforming this mystery figure into one of my own characters. So shall we have a little look at what mystery figure we have got? Oh, we've got Darla. Oh, she's so cute.
I'm so screwed.
So now I know what I'm up against.
I'm so screwed.
Let's make a plan.
Darla is a serious squirrel with a passion for painting and a love for rainbows. Clutching an acorn she painted in her favourite colours, Darla's tree home is a masterpiece of colour and creativity. Despite getting paint splatters all over her fur from her ambitious painting endeavours, Darla remains focused on her colourful work.
As you know, I like to plan my makeovers in my Create This book.
So I've had a little search through and I am going to choose this prompt. Create a pet. Make this page into a pet. Don't forget to give it a name.
Now, because this is a bit of a competition between myself and Moriah Elizabeth, I thought I would brush up on my drawing skills just a little bit. And I did this by taking some classes on Craftsy, which is the sponsor of this video. Craftsy is your online resource for all things creative. They've got so many classes like knitting, crochet, even baking, and of course the arts like drawing and painting. I never actually created my own characters up until a few years ago, and now it's actually become the main focus on my channel really. So I thought it was time to take some classes to help improve on some of my skills in this area. I started with a class called Expressive Picture Book Characters by Lynn Chapman, and straight away I gained so much more confidence in changing the poses and the expressions of my characters. Since then I've been taking crochet classes and doing some baking classes with my daughter, and I just know that we're not going to get bored over the summer holidays because there's so much that we can do. So thanks to Craftsy, the first 1,000 of you guys to click on that video description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49.
And the offer is valid for new members only.
Now I've gained a little bit more confidence, let's make a plan.
First up, I need to make her nose a little bit more pointy, and then her ears are quite round as well, so I'm going to make those pointy as well. The reason I'm doing this is because I am going to turn Darla into a fox. As you can see, she's got this beautiful tail, and I'm going to add a little white patch on the end to make her look more like a fox.
But this isn't any old fox. This is Felix, one of my woodland animals that I created in my cute little frame back there. Felix was one of them, and yeah, I thought I would bring him back.
As you can see, Darla is holding this little acorn. But Felix isn't just going to hold an acorn, he is going to hold his dear little pet. That's right, his little pet is Buttons. How cute does Buttons look? Just sat there in his arms all squished up and pudgy. I just love it.
If you don't know Buttons, he is a character that I created as a freebie sticker in my shop. So whenever you put in an order, you would get a little button sticker. We have since moved on to a different character. You can now get Willow as the freebie sticker in my shop. So whenever you make an order, you get a little Willow. I think it is time to put Button back in my shop. So I'm going to design a sticker especially for this video. I'll let you know the design a little bit later on in this video.
I also wanted to do a close-up of Buttons to show that he is the pet on this page and that it's not Felix. And as you can see, I'm panicking a little bit because I realised that I was drawing in pen and not pencil. And I was like, oh my gosh, should I go with this? And it went pretty well apart from the foot, but it's okay.
Because I can cover that up with acrylic markers a little later on.
Time to get out the clay. So I've got some tools. I've got, of course, Darla here, some paintbrushes and a hunk of clay. So I like to wrap it up in some parcel tape and it keeps my clay nice and fresh. So I'm grabbing a nice little chunk of it and I'm going to first try and create that pointy nose on Darla. The clay actually sticks to these vinyl figures really well. I haven't even sanded it down. I've just popped that clay on there and then I'm using water to smooth it out, using my favourite tool of all, my thumb. I'm then creating a little hole on the tip of the nose, and then I'm going to add a little ball on there so its nose sticks out from its face. I'm then creating these pointy ears using a bit of clay, and then I'm just going to use my fingertips to push it into a point. I do the same again with the second ear, and then I'm going to get to working on little buttons. So I'm creating the little mushroom cap, and I'm just pulling away some of that extra part because Darla's, well, not Darla's chin, Felix's chin is getting in the way a little bit. I'm then going to add a second piece of clay to create the body of Button, and I just add so much water to smooth it all out, to get out all those ridges and smooth out all those little crevices. And of course I'm going to add some little arms and some little legs so that Button looks like this little baby that Felix is carrying. He's just so cute.
Let's move back to create this book and plan all the colours.
I'm going to first go in with the background colour. I decided to use this vibrant royal blue colour because I thought that that would stand out so perfectly against the orange of Felix. I'm then using this lovely sage green colour for the background of the close-up of Button and adding this lovely wooden brown frame to it. I'm going to use this bright vivid orange for Felix. I'm colouring in the entire surface of Felix to start with, and then I'm going to add some darker tones just around the edges, and then I'm going to use a slightly off white colour for the tummy patch and the white bit underneath his chin. Now Button has this lovely taupe brown kind of colour for his body, and then of course he's got that bright beautiful red for the cap of the mushroom. I've added some slightly blushing cheeks, and of course I'm leaving the white areas for the dots on that mushroom. I repeat the same process on the larger version of Button and bring back the line work and of course that adorable little expression on his face.
I left the clay to dry overnight and it is split very slightly where Button and Felix's chin join.
But I'm sure we can cover that up with a little bit of gesso. So I'm adding this layer of gesso to the entire figurine, front and back.
Front and back!
And I add a couple of layers on there. And this gives me a nice blank canvas to work with. Once this has thoroughly dried, I then go in with some acrylic paint. Now I actually mixed my orange paint with a little bit of white gesso, and this tends to make my paint a little bit thicker, a little bit more heavy bodied, and it also gives it a matte finish, which I really like. If you want to create some pastel colours, using a bit of gesso with it works really nicely. I don't know if that is a good way of doing it. I don't know if anyone's going to tell me off for that, but I quite like it. I'm then going in with this lovely taupe brown colour for Button's body, and then adding a red cap using my acrylic marker because this allowed me to get right into that edge nice and neatly. I wanted to darken up all those little crevices to add like a bit of shadow in. So I used a slightly darker orange to do that. I added a bit of the darker orange to the base of the figurine as well. And then I used my white acrylic marker to add some dots to the mushroom cap and used a black to finish off Felix's little nose. I wanted to give Felix a little bit more life, so I added some blush in cheeks for just a little extra cuteness and did the same on Button. Blended that out with a wet paintbrush, and then I'm going in with all those facial features, adding those little eyes on Felix and adding the eyes and the little scrunched up nose on Button's face.
Before we do the final reveal, let's design that little sticker of Button to go in my shop.
I design all my stickers using Procreate. Sometimes I've designed a sticker using just pen and paper, and then I will scan it onto my computer and bring it onto Procreate so that I can finish off the little details there. I just love this design so much. I just love how squidgy and cute Buttons looks in this picture.
This sticker is now available at thecassieprojects.co.uk. I'm so excited to bring 2 of my characters into my shop that have never been there before. So there you go. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you love my little figurine that I've made. I'm genuinely so pleased with it, and I think it's got its own cuteness. Obviously, I can't compare it to Darla. Darla is adorable, but I think Felix and Button are super adorable too.
I love that I got to design these characters in my Create This book and brought that whole design into life using clay. I had so much fun with this makeover.
And do carry on watching some more videos over here. I'll pop in a binge-worthy playlist for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.